Welcome to the Argus IQ Daily Threat Brief for July 17th, 2026. Today, attackers are targeting trusted infrastructure, including software dependencies, cloud identities, AI agents, and authentication workflows. We covered the wheat venom supply chain compromise, active exploitation of Fortinet appliances, ransomware disruption, browser token theft, and critical flaws in AI services. We also examine geopolitical signals, compliance pressure, and the security decisions organizations should make before autonomous attack tooling becomes routine.
Workspace OAuth tokens through Chrome and Edge remote debugging, allowing mailbox, drive, calendar, and API access even after password resets. Ransomware is disrupting manufacturing and utilities, including Fairlife production and Akasol operations, while the Keelan Group claims another intrusion. Separately, more than 1 million retail themed phishing messages used hidden or salted text to evade filters. Golden Eye Dog abused DigiCert support processes and stolen extended validation certificates to sign malware. Together, these campaigns show attackers combining trusted software, valid identities, signed code, and exposed administration services to expand impact while obscuring attribution, which exposes Python pickle deserialization through a routable 0MQ socket. Until fixes are available, isolate affected services, block Docker and Redis administration, restrict Kubernetes permissions, disable vulnerable XML and command features, and rotate cloud keys, tokens, and secrets.